Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Clone Wars Season 5, Episode 19. We are in an interesting storyline with Ahsoka on the run, being pinned for killing Letta, and we don't know who the Jedi is controlling things behind the scenes, who was able to force choke Letta from either behind a door or through a screen, or what happened there. I'm curious to find out more, and we tried to stop her. I expressed my opinions of it's really cool, like badass seeing her run away and escape and like go and like try to prove her own innocence. Like it's an interesting storyline, but I probably wouldn't have done it. I would have been like, this makes me look insanely guilty. But now we have to see what all our characters do. Like, obviously we know that Anakin's never going to give up on trying to help her, so we're just going to have to wait and find out. So, yeah, I just want to watch it, guys. Let's start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Never become desperate enough to trust the untrustworthy. Uh-oh. I feel like Ahsoka is gonna trust someone that is untrustworthy this episode and maybe get screwed over. Do they have like a Here's my prediction. Ahsoka has a bounty on her. She goes to someone like Hondo or something like that for help, or someone else that's untrustworthy, and they turn her in for the money, and she has to try to run and escape again. That's my prediction. Well, is there absolutely no possibility for any other outcome? Hmm. Two people that believe that she's innocent. They both make fair points. All right. Man, what a crazy lower levels indeed. I mean, I know we've seen this a few times, but that was I don't have we ever seen like how many like levels there are and everything? That's wild. Does that like wrap around the whole planet and stuff? How many more people can you fit by having so much just stacked on top of each other, you know? Are those people or droids? You would think they would have some kind of like neural network through the internet or something, they could connect to get that information and not have to hand deliver, like, the... Oh. Okay. Get a little bit of help from Barris. Yeah. Alright. Perfect little spiky holes. I guess it was for his horns. That actually makes so much sense. That's so clever. It always makes me wonder the thought process that came up to creating something like that. Did they give her the hood and then realize it looks weird with her pointy bits? So they wanted to put holes in it, and then to make an excuse for it to have holes, did they make that person like a goat person with horns? I'm always interested in how that stuff's written. Uh-oh. Man, if she would have just acted natural, they might not have noticed. If she just kept her head down. Cool, man. The lighting and the... Man, so much it feels like it's been elevated recently. I don't know why, like, her just running through that, like, the models of the characters seem just, like, very smooth. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just freaking crazy or something. That was awesome. Oh, why didn't you put your hood back up? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yep, that's not good. That is certainly... Oh, no! Uh, or we just hit the button. This is the emergency stop button, is that what it was? Man, they need labels on those buttons. Alright. Is this like Arcane, where the lower you go, it looks like a little more slummier and slummier the further down it goes. Level 13, 12? Yeah. Oh! Ventress? She's a bounty hunter now. Well. Well. What'd the line say in the beginning? Do we try to trust her at all, or... Maybe if it wouldn't have ran. Okay, there it is. Never trust the untrustworthy. Really? Can she do that? I don't know. I don't know if Ahsoka has that power, you know? I mean, I guess she helps solve this crime so it forgives all of her others. This really doesn't look good. Ventress? There it is. Oh. Uh-oh. Twelfth and G. Alright, we got a lead. Yep. Oh. The numbers go up as you go higher. Is that the case? Didn't she say 3 floors up They're on 1312, and they need to get to 1315. Well, cutting all their weapons. Nice. Good shit, Ventress. Oh, I love Ventress kind of on our side, sorta. Nice fighting. Bonk. It's the new me. Nice. It doesn't look good, man. It really doesn't. Man, if this is floor 1312, I wonder what floor 1 looks like if they are progressively getting worse the lower you go, right? I guess we're probably on 1315 now, but still. I really like Ventress. But we can't trust... We had that line in the beginning. Spoilers. Uh-oh. It's the little critter. I thought it's really funny. I didn't say it, but I thought how its ears looked like Ahsoka's, like the top of Ahsoka's head a little bit. It's so funny that that was used. Aww. Damn. Is this the person? Very dark outfit, whoever it is. Interesting. Is it Barriss? Oh no, I'm getting Barriss vibes from her physique. Is Barriss the one that did all of this? Is she the traitor? And then she sent Ahsoka? Oh my god, it's so mistaken. Are they each gonna... Is Ventress gonna think Ahsoka did this, and is Ahsoka gonna think Ventress did this? And now they're both gonna be mad at each other? Oh, that's clever. Oh, cool. Damn. Oh, that was really awesome. It's great. God, it's insane how they can just so easily pierce things like that. And sometimes you forget. Oh! Jeez. Alright. Let's go back up a couple levels. Oh, what a cool scene with the fire in the background. I can't... Did Barris lose her master? I'm trying to I think she did, right? I'm trying to remember what we last knew of Barris. Because that's why Barris wanted so much revenge, right? But the person that... one of the Jedi that died was one that helped her, right? Damn. Well, shit. That's not good. What is he seeing? No, come on, Anakin, don't... That sucks, man. Once again, it just works out so perfectly that it looks like she did it. God damn. Well... yeah, let's go. Alright. Man. Okay, that was a great episode. That is it, guys, for episode 19. Yeah, I'm really interested because God, I can't... It's been so long at this point. I'm trying to remember what happened back... Because I know when this first happened, Barris lost someone close. That's why they both really, like, wanted revenge. But if Barris was behind this, then, you know, that can't be the reason why she switched sides, if that makes sense, right? So if she did, like, go against the Jedi and cause the initial bombing that killed the person that was close to her, it must have been something before that. But I'm trying to remember the first episode we met her. I can't exactly remember... I remember they were, like, in a tank together. I just can't... I can't remember exactly where that was. I don't want to look anything up because I'm worried I'm gonna get spoiled. Man, I don't think that was in... Unless I looked past it. I must have wrote Barris's name down, right? I had to have. I'm all the way back to 3. Season 3. I don't know if I took any notes that would help me remember what happened in that episode. Or I could, if I knew the episode number, I could skim it real fast and maybe that would help me. I'm not quite sure. I could try to look up the, like, first episode that we had. But anyway, I mean, I'm gonna keep looking while I talk, I guess, and see if I can come across it. But yeah, I mean, it would really, I still don't 100% know if it's her, but the way that she looks, you know, like the physique and everything, reminds me of her. She also told Ahsoka exactly where to go, and when Ahsoka was like, "How did you know?" she said, "I looked into it." You know, like, she didn't give an answer, which very easily could have been she didn't have an answer because she's, you know, she didn't want to say, "Oh, well, I'm the one that's guilty," you know? Oh, Barris. Season 2, episode 6. I have Barris written down. Season 2, episode 6. One second. Let me open up season 2, episode 6 real fast. I'm just curious. Yeah, it was Luminara, right? We have the weapons factory. So I think Luminara was her master. Did we lose Luminara? I'm just trying to... What about 2X7? Chasing Poggle, parasite things... She was the one that was very, like, straight-laced, too. She almost, like, didn't want... Let me look at the next episode. Because I think it does continue on a little bit, right? Sorry, guys. I know my memory's bad. So I just wanted to really try and, understand. Yeah, she was captured by the parasite people. So do we end up saving? They tried to, like, use the parasite stuff on her. She's still alive at this point, right? Yeah, I mean, we got to the end of that episode, and Luminara was still alive, so... episode 8 is, like, also called Brain Invaders, so could we lose her in episode 8? I'm just trying to remember, like, I'm trying to figure out if there's a reason, why, if this is Barris, why she turns in the first time that we see her, right? So we have the ship with, people being taken over. I do vaguely remember this. Yeah, I don't see any Luminara in this one. And then I think we just go into a different storyline in the next one, right? So yeah, I don't know. I'm really curious. If it is, maybe, I mean, hell, maybe I did all this for no reason, because maybe I am just completely wrong, right? Like, there is that possibility, yeah. I don't see Luminara at all in that episode. So unless I missed it in one of those episodes, let me know, guys, if I missed something in one of these earlier episodes that I should remember about Barriss and Luminara and everything. But yeah, I'm really curious, because with the way stories are told, I am just super. I really just think there's a good chance that it's Barriss, but I just don't know why, you know. So anyway, once again, we had some really good moments. Like, the moment on the train felt so fluid. The way the characters moved and everything. I don't know. There's something about it. Once again, maybe I'm just crazy, but it just felt real smooth. But also some of the moves in the fight between the bad guy who was attacking Ahsoka at the end, like that flip that Ahsoka did up was just so cool, and all that. And also just the visuals of being on these lower levels of Coruscant was just really interesting. With them being on 13-12 and seeing like the way down, like the big hole, and seeing all the different levels and everything. I didn't realize that. Like, I knew there was like an Undercity kind of vibe. I didn't realize that there's like the surface, and then there's like how many levels down. We don't really know, because they also said up 3 floors, right? And then the number went up, which means the top floor is a higher number and the bottom floor is 1, right? Which I guess that makes sense. That's usually how like a building is structured, right? But sometimes I could imagine like the surface is 1, right? And then everything below it just counts up. But that's not the case. Which means there was another, if that's right, if those numbers are what they represent, there's another 1,311 floors below the one that Ahsoka was just on. That's insane. Like, how big is this planet to have, like, these, like, and a question for any of you guys that may know, does this wrap around the whole planet? Like, does floor, like, 13-12 wrap around the whole planet? Or is it just, like, this city? And this city is just, like, a big, like, pillar of 1,300 floors that go from the planet surface up or something, you know? Or, because, like, whenever we see Coruscant, it looks like a whole, like, city planet, right? Which makes me feel like there are thousands of floors surrounding this entire planet, or maybe the entire planet is just the city. I don't know. Maybe there's no core. I have no idea. Maybe the city itself is the core somehow. It's really fascinating. It's just a small piece of detail that I feel like I never really thought about before. So, very cool. Ahsoka tried to offer a full pardon to Ventress, which is really interesting. Might not happen now that Ahsoka is assuming that was Ventress that was fighting her, you know? But yeah. I don't know if Ahsoka could have delivered that, you know? I always wonder that when people of, like, not the highest power promise things like that. I see it in TV shows a lot where they're like, you know, I'm like the secretary to, like, a senator or something. Don't worry, I can guarantee you that I'll get you, like, pardoned. It's like, you don't have the power to do that. Like, what happens if you bring it to the senator and he's just like, no, you know? Like, I don't know. But I mean, I guess Ahsoka is kind of desperate at this point. Maybe she doesn't really care, you know? But yeah. I just realized we only have one more episode in season 5 as well. So, anyway, fascinating. The only other thing I can think of is, could this be more complicated than it is? Like, could someone else have done the bombing, right? And Barriss wanted the revenge, so Barriss went after Letta and killed her, and then decided to frame it on Ahsoka. But then how did Barriss know where the bombs are, unless she just investigated more and actually did just find out, right? and then just use that to further frame her. But to me, it feels like it's more straightforward in that if it is Barriss, it's that Barriss caused the bombing in the first place. And I wonder how she got twisted. Because she was under Luminara and everything. But like I said, I don't want to look up. I'm scared. I don't want to find out, is Luminara dead in Clone Wars or whatever, and then find out that it's like, yes, in Season 6, Episode 12, Luminara dies, and it's like, oh, well, shit, I'm not there yet, and I just spoiled myself. So, unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to concede of my bad memory. I did my best to go back to the episodes and see if I could try and remind myself. That's the big folly part of watching one a week, is that back Season 2, that's 3 seasons ago of 20 episodes, that's roughly 60 weeks ago, that's over a year ago, and so I can't remember, the exact smaller details of the show, and I apologize for that. So I'm sure you guys will fill me in if I missed anything really big, but obviously don't spoil anything if Luminara is still alive and Barriss is doing this for a different reason, and that gets revealed later, and maybe it's not even Barriss, I don't know. But yeah, just don't tell me any future knowledge, right? Just tell me if I missed something in the past, I guess, in what we've already seen of the show. Something that I'm just forgetting. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I think that's gonna be it from me. I do feel like I kind of just rambled on about random shit. Was there anything else I wanted to talk about? I mean, I like the Ventress tag team. I like Ventress showing up. I like Ventress being an anti-hero kind of thing, where technically she's a bounty hunter, so she's catching bad people for money. I know that doesn't make her a good person, but that doesn't necessarily make her an active criminal, so I really like the way that Ventress has been, but yeah, so I don't know that I want to start the conversation right now. I was explained, because I'm always so not sure about the whole idea of, there it is, the rule for 2 with Sith, right? So I was told in this message, the rule of 2 is only for Sith. Ventress is not a Sith. She isn't trained in the Sith teachings, though some people still dislike her addition due to messing with that. Same with Savage. But Dooku replaced Maul, and Anakin replaced Dooku. I guess you can see Ventress as Grievous, who was trained by Dooku, though Grievous does not have the Force. So, yeah, I mean, the confusing thing is with that, what do you call Ventress then? When Ventress was a bad guy, what do you call her? She's not a Jedi, and she's not a Sith. So, is she just a Force wielder? Is that but didn't we have Force wielders, in actual, people that were called Force wielders at another point in the story? And even Ahsoka here, the only reason I brought this up was because Ahsoka said, "You're a Sith," I mean, maybe that's the Clone Wars animation writing not grasping it fully, But even Ahsoka here called her a Sith, So I don't know. I guess, you can be a Sith, but you can be exempt from the rule of 2 because she doesn't have the Sith teachings, but she's still a Sith? I don't know. It's, once again, because, I thought I started to understand it, and then Ahsoka's line here confused me again, I've always been a little confused by the whole, rule of 2 with the Sith, because it always feels like there's more to me. But anyway, yeah, I don't really think I have more to say. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. 2 episodes ahead on there through the early access tier. Links in the description below should be popping up on the screen as usual. And I'll see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.